Sometimes it's not you and not the method either. In this 2011 essay, a 39-year-old singleton is challenged. What's wrong with you? On my first date with Mark, he asked how long it had been since my last relationship. I looked at the table, cupping my hand around my beer. I had always hated this question. It seemed so brazenly evaluative. Unemployment counselor inquiring about a gap in your resume, a dental hygienist asking how often you flossed. I knew he wasn't appraising me. We had worked together for 2 months, and in this crowded bar, we spoke with the eagerness and candor of good friends. He told me about the pain of his divorce, the financial strain, the loneliness. He had been hanging around my office, sending floaty emails, and most adorable to me and mortifying to him. Blushing wherever I spoke to him, he was kind of in the back, but still I didn't answer. I didn't want him to know the truth, that I was 39 and hadn't had a serious boyfriend in 8 years. I had seen men poke at this information before. Even when the numbers were lower, they would look at me in a cool and curious way, as if I were a restaurant with too few customers, a house that had been listed for too long. One man actually said it. What's wrong with you? I don't know, I had answered. But you are attractive, he said, as if he wasn't sure anymore. I don't know what to tell you. I said, I don't know why. Now, faced with Mark's innocent question, I hedged. A long time, I said quickly. Mark didn't seem to notice the evasion. He sipped his beer, and we moved on to other topics. Our co-workers, Douglas at the Coupland Neighbors, Seattle, and Dan, on the street corner outside the bar, to our first kiss. I knew I would eventually have to tell him, but not yet. When my long ago date asked that question, what's wrong with you? I was, of course, outraged. I finished my drink, said I had to get up early. But honestly, his question was no worse than the one I asked myself nearly every day. It wasn't full-blown self-loading, more a hollowness that hit me in the chest at certain times. A long subway ride home from mediocre date, a phone conversation with a married friend who suddenly said she had to go. Her husband just took the roast out of the oven. My solace came from the place where single women usually find it. My other single friends. We would gather on weekend night, swapping funny and tragic stories of our dismal dating lives, reassuring one another of our collective beauty, intelligence, and kindness, marveling at the idiocy of men who failed to see this in our friends.